Me and my brothers, we would share the computer 1 hour at a time.
저는 제 와이프랑 게임을 가장 많이 해요.
De måste vara inspirational nu.
My little sister.
Jag ser det sådana
That
fåglar.
connection between video games
Oh my god, jag är med i den här videon, så kommer jag guys. Jag bara, yes, I'm a Swedish Minecraft streamer.
Safeplace.
I probably never would have. I can honestly say I've never
Snart kommer jag.
friends through playing games.
We have this connection that
Oh,
allows
monkey.
us
I bet some
to
of my
share
best
our
friends
joys,
were
to
playing
share our
games.
achievements, to share our growth together.
Every
Oh,
time
där
I'm
jag
able
är
to
sprit.
achieve something, I'm able to
Brig.
make myself proud.
Killing heroic Blackhand back in Warlords of Draenor was one of my
Ja, jag dödade han!
I
Let's
managed
go.
to find
He
that
was
one
there.
hidden pylon.
He was there.
My one Mutilus.
We beat hardcore Inferno Diablo.
Oh, Diablo, dude.
in Overwatch.
I had someone say, "Oh, I can't lose to a girl," and I beat that guy.
So I was able
Starcraft,
to
Lamar.
slay this warlock as a little gnome holy priest, freaking out and screaming the whole time.
Adrenaline through my body was going crazy.
Pela caminhada ter sido tão prazerosa e pela conquista ter vindo.
A gente se sentiu muito, caramba, a gente conseguiu algo incrível aqui.
I killed
Kommer
the Lich
svensk
King!
nu.
I killed the Lich King!
然后夺冠的时候，现场 Nej, svenska kan 女 faktiskt 性工作 prata 人员，包 engelska. 括有些
Hon yikesar.
工作人员，他们都哭了。
Sen kommer Christian.
Ja, snart kommer jag guys.
Han var inne i Minecraft. och-
Hello guys, I don't know anything about this. Bye bye. What am I doing here?
Those video games filled a void.
De skulle haft, vet du hon gamla
Ja, jag vet. Jag vet,
Jennifer.
Jennifer, ja.
Ja, Jennifer.
De skulle haft Jennifer. Missed opportunity.
I was able to start talking
Oh,
to people.
Hackmans, my
who
man.
didn't really care that I was a gay male.
But video games were my escape.
Det är min escape också.
Oh, that
ALS,
car,
and I looked to video games as a way to
Ja, han ser wholesome
escape
ut.
from that sort of reality. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm just glad video games were there for me.
Oh, my man.
I'll never stop playing video games.
There's no way.
I imagine myself one day being an 80-year-old grandpa gamer.
Grandpa gamer.
Nils old man.
Jag ska vara grandpa gamer.
My interest, my excitement.
Grandpa gamer, såna, du vet,
Before covid sad.
reflex.
Ja, jag blev så
Mina reflexer kommer vara så de skjuter på mig och vänder mig om, alltså dör innan jag vänder mig om. Det är mina grandpa gaming. Let's go.
Hey guys.
Oh my god guys! Jag är yes chatting. Gåshud guys, gåshud.
Ja, jag kärring tror jag.
Det står Minecraft med.
Ska man hämta
Mods? 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 Mods?
Ja, jag fixar.
Om någon vill göra en titel.
Var det, ja jag tror det. 30 år!
30. Ja.
Welcome to Blizzcon Line.
Ja, Alan Brack. Let's go
Celebration
guys. Here we
of
go
30
guys.
years
Blizzcon
of Blizzard
Line.
communities,
Okay.
and 30 years of Blizzard games.
Ja.
30 years is so many
Detta är
years.
pre-recorded for sure va?
And last year
Dude,
felt like one of
yes.
the longest of all. But throughout the years of Blizzard Entertainment, from 1991 to today, many of us can associate certain games with milestones.
Jag längtar tills Jeff kommer och bara
Maybe you were a little kid.
on the team of Overwatch.
Den tröjan var nice.
Den är good.
We're
Or
balancing.
in high school.
We're balancing Reaper.
Ja,
Or
Diablo.
maybe you met your partner while you were playing World of Warcraft. That's
Oh,
the awesome thing
never
about
did
video
that.
games.
Oh,
They
sad.
give us
Sad,
experiences
Fuck.
that are
Sad,
relevant
Christian.
to the times in
Oh.
our lives.
Vadå?
Experiences that we carry forward with us.
Jag bara följde med strömmen, I'm sorry på det.
And they're here for us,
What you mean?
even when we
What
feel
you
alone
mean?
or maybe uncertain. Games
Jag har 0 hours i...
familiar, comfortable, with a connection and a sense of belonging. And while many of us spent most of 2020 in our actual real-life homes, games became even more of a place to get away,
Oh, my man.
Safe
free
place.
from outside concerns,
Oh.
even if just for a little while. So, this is pretty weird. Usually, when we start BlizzCon, the opening call is to my favorite Warcraft faction, the Alliance. Or my favorite faction, the Horde. I get confused.
Wow.
Usually, I'd be speaking to 40,000 of
Dude,
you in
Alliance
person.
är superior.
Det är pretty sad, honestly.
And millions of you around the world.
Alla bara sitter hemma. Men det är the future, att man sitter hemma och tittar.
True.
But nothing about the last year has been usual.
Och det är de. Alla geeks, alla one of us, alla med manses.
True. For the horde, kommer du ihåg den här?
Jag är en diva-suit. Diva unmix-suit.
Oh my god. I lost.
Christian är fucking... Christian är fucking musen. Det är boll.
Fucking boll.
But du Widowmaker, jag är Hammond, let's go. Roleplay.
Wow.
It doesn't stop us.
Det låter som om kinket var en stor hamsterboll.
Jag springer runt. Springer runt.
Lök, fy fan vad varmt. Det är fan...
Och sen så jag sprang inte bara, I got you in my side.
Nej, guys, stop.
ERP, what the fuck?
Och ska man inte verkligen säga Target inside.
Ni kommer bli utkickade.
Ja, det kommer vi.
Ingen fucking lyssnar på vad man säger. Man sitter faktiskt och snackar om shit.
Och där är Diva.
Never has it felt more true that it takes a blizzard to make a blizzard.
Jag ser ljudet jättelågt.
2020.
Kan du sätta på text?
Jag ska
That
få
the
text.
magic of creating a blizzard isn't just tied to a physical location. It's tied to the people who work here, and I continue to be so proud of each and every one of them. Thank you, Blizzard. We create these games and pour all of our energy and heart into them, but it is you, the Blizzard community, that brings them to life.
And I'm furry.
And that's why BlizzCon Line is a celebration of you, the guild leaders, healers, DPS,
healers.
tanks.
Ja, det är jag. Det är bäst.
Healers?
Vad minns jag?
Vad är... Han nämner alla healers!
The heroes of Sanctuary and of the Storm.
Oh, Sanctuary.
These next few days are for you, our Blizzard community.
Next few days?
For World of Warcraft,
Ja, Blizzcon var i några dagar.
we'll be showing you what's next for both Shadowlands and Classic.
Classic.
I'm sure you're all
Oj.
in anticipation of that. Hearthstone
De kommer annonsa, de kommer Burning Crusade, let's
major
go.
way.
Oh,
Can't wait to show you how.
Okej, Hearthstone är dött. Hearthstone är dött.
We also have news
Oh,
for our
det är på.
Diablo community.
Det är actually
Some of you were able to dip your toes into the depths of hell in the Diablo
Hon är bara här för
Immortal
Overwatch, jag är helt mållös.
Inte emot det där mobilspelet.
Y'all got phones, right?
Multiplayer aspect of meeting in town.
Oh.
We can't wait for more of you to get your hands on it.
Oh my god, en multiplayer Diablo,
Only
oh
the
my god,
beginning
det
of the
kommer
year,
så good.
and already there is so much to look forward to, even though we can't yet be together in person. The Overwatch League will be kicking things off in spring, and we'll be watching closely to see if the San Francisco Shock can continue their championship run.
De fucking wreckar alla
World of
nu.
Warcraft Esports is back with
Va?
Arena World Championship.
Okej.
Det är bad, det är sleeper.
Already in full
Ja,
swing.
sleeper. Wow, e-sport sleeper.
Men varför visste
StarCraft
de...
2
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
are going strong with our friends.
De hade inga...
Jag visste det själv, de visste själv att det var sleeper som var där.
And qualifiers
Ja, det var det.
already underway for the first online stop of the 2021 Hearthstone Masters Tour.
Oh my god.
Hearthstone 2021, lamau.
Next month. But before we get too far ahead, let's take a look one last time to when times were a little simpler.
Ja.
In the early 1990s, the internet was a baby. CD sales
We're going
finally
back.
eclipsed cassette tapes. Cassette tape, it's a rectangle piece of plastic, and there's a tape inside, and music would get recorded
Ah, come on, dude. Don't make me feel old.
Pencil to wind it, make it tight. I know, it sounds crazy. We were all playing video games on Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, DOS, or Mac PCs. I personally was a master of config sys and auto-exec bat. So many simple things in simple times. If only we could relive them.
Oh, let's go.
We're going back.
Ja, detta är typ Warcraft 1.
The stage is set.
Oh!
Let's go.
The green flag drops. Let the carnage begin.
Safeplace retro.
Släppa de gamla arcade.
What a collection.
The Lost Vikings, let's go!
Är det collection av gamla spel eller?
Ja, det är det Blizzards första spel.
Nu har man också släppa lite där.
Ja, du ska släppa alla dem.
Top left cam, men vi har inte blockat på skärmen därför.
What a play.
De dvärgarna finns i WoW i en cave. Det är lore.
Crank up the volume.
Crank up the volume, let's go!
Unbelievable.
Åh, split screen!
Vänta, varför försvinner inte min...
What the fuck?
I'm sorry!
Immersion
Oh my
ruin!
God. Oh my god, Pog, ingen kommer köpa det shit.
Nintendo Switch!
The Blizzard Arcade Collection, featuring the Lost Vikings, Rock and Roll Racing, and Blackthorn.
Jag kommer att köpa på Switch, honestly.
Just as you remember them, allowing you to relive the original experience
Ha?
of all three titles.
Kan man koppla mer än 2 dos till en
13
Switch?
different languages.
Vad sa du?
Kan man koppla mer än 2 dos till en Switch?
Ja, det kan vara hur många som
As
helst.
an example,
nice.
we include very
alright, Buddha.
modern, cutting-edge functionality that wasn't available in the early 90s, both saving and loading of games. And for those of you who purchased any Blizzard Digital Anniversary Bundle via Battle.net, you'll automatically receive the Blizzard Arcade Collection on PC today.
Okay.
Now,
I'm jumping in my chair
ready
right
to hear
now.
about
So
some
it's
other
not
video
again.
games?
Mina...
Let's hear what's next for World
Other?
of Warcraft.
Ja, okej. Jag vet vad de kommer. De kommer annonsera en ny raid. Och typ Bernie Kusin.
Way too dank! Oh my god!
Jag vet inte, snart.
Hello everyone!
Vänta, va? Hur byter de så snabbt? De fucking sprang!
World of Warcraft unites us all. Whether you're exploring the Shadowlands, Classic Azeroth, or another part of the Blizzard universe, I'm glad you could make it. Because we've got a lot of good stuff to show you. But first, let's start with some
Ja, jag kommer ihåg när jag var liten, jag kollade på WoW-trailers och bara what the fuck? Och sen kollade jag på gameplay.
Samma med LOL, du har sett LOL fucking så karaktärtrailers.
Ja.
Let's party.
Wow, jag tycker de bästa trailers som de gör de bästa cinematics.
Guys, vilken är den mest ikoniska speltrailern?
Wrath of Lich King.
Skyrim. Nej, jag menar overall. Det är Skyrim. Skyrim är mest voted. Alltså...
Aha.
Jag tror det var Halo 3 någonting. För Halo 3 vet jag...
Halo 3 är good, men Skyrim är above.
Ja, nej men det gör sens.
Minecraft trailer true. Minecraft också. Den är actually good.
In WoW Classic, we fought an endless battle for South Shore and Torren Mill. We banded together to open the gates of Ahn'Qiraj and joined forces to take down Kel'Thuzad in his floating citadel of Naxxramas.
Fuck man.
In Shadowlands,
too much grind.
we helped our covenant recover from the anima drought brought on by Sire Denathrius, master of the Vinthier and traitor to the pantheon of death.
Det är konstigt när jag växte upp så att alla spelade WoW för
legendary gear in our efforts to expel Denathrius from his castle land.
Ja, men jag känner att
I didn't have a PC.
Innocent souls are still wrongfully being sent to the Maw. They face an eternity of torment, and heroes like Anduin remain chained in its depths.
Nej.
The jailer continues to grow in power.
Nej.
He's preparing to break free from the Maw and complete his plan to unmake the entire Warcraft universe.
What?
And Sylvanas,
fucking lore.
you may be wondering what she's been up to all
Ja.
We're excited to unveil our first major content update for Shadowlands.
Oh my
of domination.
What? Change confirmed.
Oh, but det är actually.
Look around you.
Oh my
What
God.
makes you
Voice
believe
acting.
you're not just a weapon to achieve his ends?
Enough! Join our cause. Or be made
Oh my god, hon
to
har
serve.
actually frostmål.
Right now, you hold all the power.
Alla mimar att han är Soyboy.
Make your choice.
Alltså,
Han är ledaren över Alliance. Alltså, I mean, alla säger att han är Soyboy.
I mean.
I mean, they not really wrong.
The maw continues to grow.
Är det Lyta-course den här?
What if
Alltså, den expansionen ser så jävla good ut. Jag älskar det. Typ änglar och himlen och shit. Det ser riktigt kul.
Guys, har ni kört AQ
Jag borde
3D?
spela det.
Vad säger
None of this.
Ja, det var bad. Det var ass.
Perhaps the Winter
ni?
Queen
This game,
could.
this game.
I'm sorry I'm late guys.
A living
Ja, det är Christians voice act, sånt.
Jag kommer snart.
Han kommer vara Joe. Det är hans line. Han fick 25 miljoner.
Där är jag!
Där är du! Just det, du var Prince Charles.
Jag var med i en sek.
Striving for justice.
Vem är jag då?
Där är Tim! Där är Tim!
One who would give anything to serve his
Tim?
people.
Åh, nej, Tim.
Ja, lilla.
Tim, han såg mig och han kom ihåg Spawn back in the day. Fuck.
Very well. He may approach. Step forward.
Kolla, snart kommer min voice act guys.
My ascended have spoken of you. The king held captive in the
Fan,
mold.
stora de är, helvete.
That prison.
De är
That prison could not hold me forever.
Why have you come to Bastion?
You have a key that I need.
$1 million voice act.
Fuck, jag $1 million. Neither did I $1 voice act.
No!
He is bound to me.
He is bound to me. Just once born with your own brother. Holy shit!
Fuck, jag trodde det.
Där är jag, kolla! Let's go!
Oh my god, you fucking
Damn, dude.
Don't mess with don't mess with webinars.
Me when I don't get to play Minecraft.
Åh nej.
Det är sån. Så fort jag blir partner.
True.
Fuck. Det som är faktiskt, det svärdet gör en kult precis som typ Saga, alltså ringen i Saga.
Ja, wow, stilig. Jävlar, han var inte liten. Vad var det så bit?
Oh my god, man kan ju Sylvana så coolt på det.
Was never meant to be changed.
Vad tyckte du om min voice acting guys?
Ja, det var $1 million, men jag ser bara att alltså, det ser asbadass ut, men ingen hade aning vad det handlar om.
Nej,
jag är sugen på att testa, wow. Jag är sugen på att testa.
Alltså, de gör ascoola trailers, man vet inte vad det handlar om.
Very great.
So intense.
Ja, det man måste vara
I know you probably have a lot of questions about what you just saw and what it means for the next stage of your Shadowlands journey.
Men det bästa med WoW just nu, det är mer vad ska man säga, new player friendly än det någonsin har varit. Det är mycket lättare att komma in i WoW än det någonsin har varit.
The World of Warcraft channel to find out more. Next,
shameless plug.
World of Warcraft charity pet program.
Charity pet. Maja.
They love these pets and the opportunity to give to a good cause, along with ideas to make the program even better.
Kan man köpa pets och så går det till hjälp?
Man kan köpa pets i WoW. Cosmetic pets och mouse.
Kan du droppa oss också?
Jo, men det är det som är ass. Det är typ, det finns många mounts som droppas som är rare ju. Och sen så lägger de till, de lägger inte till typ så många nya coola mounts längre. Utan det är mer i shoppen bara. Det är legit money grabbing. Det är så fucking ass.
And here they are.
Pet?
First pet.
Oh, monkey!
Literally. He was originally available to a select few back in Burning Crusade era, so we're excited to give everyone a chance to adopt him.
Monkey.
And if we reach our stretch goal, you'll also
Wow,
get
den kommer kosta typ
Daisy the
200 spänn i
Sloth.
shoppen.
Oh, what the
It's
fuck?
an all-new
Yo.
pet will hang around your neck
Oh my
when you
god.
need a
Okay.
hug. Your donations during this campaign will support the medical
Förlåt,
humanitarian
jag är allergisk.
organization
Oh, nice.
Doctors Without Borders. Also known by their
Oh,
French name,
monkey.
Médecins Sans Frontières, or
Oh.
MSF.
Han-
Louis Baguette.
They're an amazing group doing important work around the world.
Men det är good. Charity är
We're
good,
grateful
men
to have
den kommer
such a
kosta
generous
typ.
community,
tänkte det skulle
and we
se
hope
fransk.
you'll help support this worthy
Jo,
cause.
French Canadian.
Mamma.
We'll be sharing the details about the charity pet program on the World of Warcraft website soon. So we've talked quite a bit about Shadowlands. Classic players, now it's your turn. It's my pleasure to hand off to my teammate, Holly Longdale. She's a long-time WoW
Holly
player,
Longdale.
veteran MMO developer, and she's going to tell us what's in store for WoW Classic.
Uh-oh.
Åh,
jag får gissningar. WoW Classic var så good.
Oh shit.
Hi, everybody.
Oh shit.
Long coat.
First, I'd like to thank all of you who have ever been part of the WoW community over the years.
Varsågod.
You
Det ska vara live.
online
Jag kör 2
worlds
timmar.
like WoW have been a huge part of our lives for decades now. As a dedicated MMO fan and a developer myself, I remember hearing that Blizzard was going to be making their own MMO. And I thought, well, I guess I'll check out that beta. And sure, we all call the game WoW. But really, wow. I could not believe I got bit by the MMO bug again.
Ja, ingen trodde att Blizzard skulle toppa de andra.
Hunter and be like that
They were
famous
wrong.
Dark Elf Ranger from the books that I loved. I have to tell you,
Stream
Azeroth was and still is a place I love to live. Since last year, I've had the great honor to work alongside the WoW Classic team to bring these nostalgic experiences back to life for longtime fans and a whole new generation of players. As a fan myself, I've had so much fun in WoW. From the simple things like drive-by buffing or making friends on that long haul from Teldrassil to Ironforge, all the way to the absolutely staggering, like when I jumped blindly through the dark portal and was running through Hellfire Peninsula,
Ja, alltså du måste ta en båt
heard
till
this
portalerna och sånt
terrifying
shit.
noise, and then saw
Då båten går
the
till varje
Fell Reaver,
kvart eller något sånt shit.
biggest roamer I had ever seen. And I was
Ja,
very
men det
glad
roliga är att man
I had
snackar
big
skit
death
med
in
de
that
som
moment.
väntar på båtarna och sånt shit.
And
And that's the thing about WoW. These
Man måste
stories
säga.
and experiences we
Ja,
all
de
share
bara snackar skit.
keep us coming back time after time. With that said, I'm super excited to be able to share with you where our adventures are taking us
Alltså Burning
next.
Crusade, om de annonserar Burning Crusade, let's go. Oh my god, det kommer så good.
Windhound.
Ja.
Prepare. Christian, du...
Prepare.
Oh ja, det är Burning Crusade, what the fuck. Oh my god.
For the next classic adventure!
You dare.
Okej, jag måste köra det för honestly, jag måste. Ja. Alla säger att det är den bästa expansionen någonsin.
Beyond the dark, någonting.
Okej, I lost. I fucking lost. Oh, jag flying mouse.
Oh my god, jag hoppar till! Holy shit! Prepare to take flight! Elitas confirmed!
What the fuck? Adventure.
Prepare to crusade! Vänta, chess?
Has brought you to this end.
De har lite chess ring.
Oh my god.
Death to the outsiders.
I'll turn your world upside down.
To burn.
Oh, där är han.
You are not prepared.
Oh my fucking god, rysningar. But that reopens shit. Oh shit.
brings back so many memories, right? Like
Control seconds.
exploring the fungal forests of Zangarmarsh, or being awestruck at the chaotic magic alive
Kolla,
in
Timpan.
Netherstorm, the Draenei in Exodar, the Blood Elves
That's
in
what's up.
Silvermoon.
That's
I
my
love
jobs.
playing them both.
Okej, Draenei
Do
ser
you
inte
choose
kul
to
ut.
enlist the
Jag gillar
Aldor
inte
or
Draenei.
the Scryers in your quest to fight the Legion? And of course, we can't forget
It's your
gathering
boy.
all your friends to fight Illidan at the top of the Black Temple.
Där sitter någon kille som är ganska skallig, dricker Dr. Pepper
Quest to bring the original WoW back to
och
life.
har mutat och
We have
pratar
learned
just nu.
a ton about what players are expecting from this kind of experience. We've also learned when to keep things just as they were and where we all might be open to some changes. We're bringing all these lessons into Burning Crusade Classic with our primary goal to bring back the same feeling you had when you faced the Fell Reaver for the first time, or when you were digging through piles of Fellhound poop.
Nice.
Of course, we can't get this right without you, our incredible community.
Poopy.
Eat the poop.
Soon
Eat the
you'll
poop.
be able to revisit Outland yourself when beta starts and tell us what you think. Later, all WoW Classic players are going to be presented with a meaningful choice for each one of your beloved characters. Do you want to move on into Burning Crusade Classic? Or do you want to stay in the original Classic era forever?
Wow, de som stannar
Whatever you
mamma.
decide, you can do it all with your one WoW subscription. Now,
Oj, det
I know
är
I've
kolla
thrown a lot
guys,
at you.
ni kan
Only
köra
$5.
We'll
ni
be
kan
getting into the
köra
details in our
vanliga
panel
WoW
later today.
expansion och den
So,
gamla
stick
med
with
en
us.
subscription.
We'll make sure you are
2 in 1.
prepared.
Det är på.
And now we're going to hear what's coming up in Hearthstone.
Okej, godnatt guys.
Nu slipper vi guys. Ja, guys, det ska bli kul. Underbar.
Vad är det här?
Detta är ett spel som dog 2017 guys. Eller det höll på att dö 2016. När jag gick i ettan. Alla spelade där.
Greetings.
Alltså fuck man. Det
We're
är så
truly
bra.
excited to share with you everything that's
Men
coming to
varför
Hearthstone.
Truly excited.
But first, let's take a quick look back at the year of the Phoenix.
Men ändå det är det bästa digitala kortspelet jag
The
spelat.
Demon Hunter.
I gotta say.
And ventured into the ruthless Outlands. Then we went to
Skip
Stormant's Academy
next.
and got to
Skip
explore
alla
dual class cards.
Alla
and
med.
Skrev alla det?
powerful
Ja, i chatten alla skip next.
Ja,
With our third
next
expansion of the
skip.
year,
True.
Hearthstone's biggest update ever.
Oh
Alongside
my
the
God.
menacing
Hearthstone biggest
Madness,
update.
and
Let's
Dark
go.
Moon Fair. We launched a
Fuck
brand new
Guys, vi tänker släppa 200 nya kort. Ni måste betala 600 kronor för paket och öppna dem. Ja, men 600 spänn så får ni alla.
Now,
Fuck
it's time to say farewell
Det är legit
to the
typ
year
pay
of the
to win
and see what's in
alltså
store
kortspel.
for Hearthstone
DJ
this year.
card game.
Welcome to the year.
Biggest update ever. Griffin.
Har det Griffin?
Griffin
Over the
bro?
last couple of years,
School of the
we've made
Griffin.
big
I
changes
confirm.
to Hearthstone.
Jaha, true.
Throughout the year of the Griffin, we want to keep delivering fun, new experiences and make
New
sure that the
old
tens
game.
of millions of
Samma
you playing Hearthstone
gameplays
are
and
always
way
excited
back.
to log in. First up, we'll be giving the standard
Alltså
format
det låter som man
biggest
legit håller på att kasta en
shake-up
spell.
ever. With the
Gå
launch
tillbaka till
of the
Hogwarts.
core set
motherfucker.
later this year. The core set replaces the old basic and classic sets. with a
Fucking 10 points Gryffindor.
235
Ja, exakt.
cards made
Fucking
up
gammal.
of some of the best
Hey Gryffindor, 10 points.
as well
Hey
as
bro,
20
it's
Oj, bro.
it's
awesome
me biggest
brand new
update
cards.
ever.
And the best thing about the core set
Biggest
is that
update
it's
ever.
entirely
Oh, take a look at this new card.
There's
Look at
never
it.
been a
200
better
Yeah.
cards.
to get
Only
Vingardium blev jag
$50.
Here are
så...
3 of Hearthstone's
Oh, sorry.
legendary dragons. Reimagined
Legendary.
to be more
Dragons?
up-to-date
Are they
and
real?
competitive for
Oh,
modern-day
mega lol.
Hearthstone.
Look at this
It's
card.
the Dreamer.
Look at this card,
You'll finally
nine.
receive her full
4
arsenal of
damage.
dream cards right away. She's a nightmare for your opponents.
And for your credit card.
Malagos
For a
the
credit card.
He'll fill your hand with spells and is a powerful late
It's
game
actually good.
player, worthy of the
Right.
aspect of magic. And
Full
finally,
respect.
everyone's favorite black dragon,
Come on bro.
Deathwing.
Ja, Deathwing.
He's still as destructive as ever, but timed correctly, he won't leave you empty-handed.
Ja, det var actually good
We'll
att spela
also
han.
be launching a brand new format,
Jag spelade han back in the day.
Classic, where you can play Hearthstone as it was when it first launched.
Vänta, vad seriöst?
The
Kan man
classic
spela?
format will be fully supported, complete with ranks
Okay,
and rewards
I might
using
actually play
Hearthstone's
that. Classic is so
original set
good.
of
Leroy, men saken är det typ...
Ni borde actually testa Classic Hearthstone, det är så good.
Hearthstone?
Saken är det att
så good.
de ska alltid fucking gå tillbaka för de går fel väg varje gång.
Ja, alltså det är legit så de gör det.
Det är en Microserver reset, vad är det här för bullshit?
Alltså det är too far. Det är som de ädar Phantoms typ fucking hela tiden. Varje expansion.
True. Det är en fucking Phantom också, what the fuck dude.
Oh my god, jag längtar tills Mojang bara okay guys, we're gonna take you back to the classic experience.
No more sprinting, no more hunger.
Jag gillar att Minecraft har redan det, så de kan inte riktigt.
Pump and dump server, det här är pump and dump.
Detta är en trailer till fucking ett kortspel.
Ja.
Alltså det måste ju exciting på något sätt till därför.
Jag gillar animations. Hearthstone hade riktigt good animations. Väldigt good art.
Det var roligt att klicka runt på mappen och se saker röra på sig.
Du spelar ju bara lite, du spelar inte så mycket.
Nej.
Spela på mobilen.
Men det är det man gör medan man väntar på kameran.
Oh my god.
And honor. This is who we are.
Let's go.
Ändå spelar lite Hearthstone när man står AFK i Minecraft. Let's go.
Alltså jag är för pigg för sådana kortspel, det är inte bra, det är inte bra för mig.
Ja men Classic är easy.
Men vi testar Classic.
Jag tänker fucking NB med er guys. Let's go.
Nej, fuck.
Tim, du har säkert kort sen innan bitch.
Nej, vi kör samma däck.
Well-known characters. A fierce loyalist, one-time war chief that embodies the honor, loyalty, and spirituality of the Horde. Shadowhunter Vol'jin.
Han var alltid min favorit. Han är Shadow Priest.
Jag tror han är minigun först, men det var
And to celebrate the announcement of Forged in the Barrens,
Shadow Priest är riktigt
is
kul.
available for free for everyone later today.
Free.
So log into Hearthstone and claim your free copy of Shadowhunter Vol'jin. And as a bonus, we're also giving away the brand new 30 years of Blizzard card bank. Next, we have another hero of the Horde who is making his first appearance in Hearthstone. The legendary Blade Master Samuro, featuring the new keyword Frenzy. Frenzy activates the first time a minion takes damage and survives. In Samuro's case, this can be used to clear your opponent's board.
What the fuck?
Heroes of the Horde, like Samuro, are famous for their combat prowess. But others, like Thrall, are known for their powerful elemental magic. Take a look at this new shaman spell, Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning is a spell in a new cycle. So rank up and become more powerful when you have 5 and 10 mana, ensuring that they're always useful every stage in the game. You'll also notice that they're categorized as nature spells. With Forged in the Barrens, we'll be permanently introducing spell schools across the entire game, which enables a whole host of exciting new strategies. And don't worry, members of the Alliance will be featuring some of your most beloved heroes and locales later this year. But what I love most
jag skulle forma familj egentligen. Jag skulle låtsas sova typ.
And our final announcement is our most ambitious addition to Hearthstone yet. It introduces a brand new way to play with your favorite heroes. Hearthstone
Heroes?
Mercenaries features strategic RPG gameplay, where you build teams consisting of some of the most iconic heroes and villains from the Warcraft universe.
Roleplayar man
including timeless characters like the infamous Sylvanas Windrunner and Ragnaros, the elemental lord of fire.
Han är kul.
You can also expect to see some of Hearthstone's fan favorites, like the unstoppable Devilsaur, King Crush, and the ever-growing Rule the Dragon Slayer. You'll lead them in battle through highly replayable roguelike missions,
where the map is randomly generated every time you
Wow. Literally phone game. Phone game.
for your teams take on.
Va? Men kan du visa gameplay eller?
New abilities,
Det är bara samma gameplay sen day one.
versions of themselves.
Men hur är det roleplay?
We're thrilled to finally show you Hearthstone Mercy.
Hearthstone, buddy.
It's scheduled to launch later this year. And we'll have
Hearthstone.
more to share with you down the road. Everything you've seen today is just a taste of what's coming in the year of the Griffin. So don't forget to tune
Okej,
in
classic,
to
det
our
är
deep
good,
dive
det är good.
panel
Classic.
after the opening
Det är
ceremony,
legit.
where we'll
Om det är
share
Blizzard, bara
more
gör
details
classic allting
on the
så
core
kommer det bli
set, the
successful.
new classic format, forged in the Barrens, and our plans for Battlegrounds
Gör en
and
classic
Duels.
version. Let's
As
go.
well as
Borde fan
our
typ tänka
upcoming
efter
single
varför,
player.
alltså classic är
I
aspopulärt.
wanna thank
Varför är
the
det
team for
populärt?
their
Tänk
amazing
efter.
work.
Ja men det är det
behalf
de har
of
börjat
all
göra
of
med
us
det
at
moderna
Hearthstone,
WoW och det är därför
we want
folk
to
har
thank
typ
the
börjat
many
gilla det igen.
millions of you who play our game.
Så det är
Your
innan så sög det,
dedication and
alltså de la till
support
så
is
mycket
what
dum
drives us to
shit.
make
Den nya
awesome
Battlefield sa att de ska gå
updates
tillbaka
and
till Battlefield 3 typ
ambitious
det,
and
sådana
fun
saker. Jag är fan taggad.
ideas.
För jag, om
We
det är
can't
som
wait
Battlefield
to
3
kick
kommer
off the year of the
fan
Griffin
buy that
with
shit.
all of you, and we hope to see you in the game soon.
Fuck, Battlefield 3 alla.
Next up, you'll get
Battlefield,
an update
Battlefront,
all
menar du?
things
Åh Diablo! Åh! Okej guys, okej nu alla shut the fuck up, alla shut the fuck up. Oh my god.
Hey everyone, thank you very much for joining us.
Det är episka sen bara, hey everyone! Och Battlefield Bad Company,
And I am honored to be here on behalf of all of our Diablo teams to share the news and updates we have in store for you today.
We've got a lot of Diablo to cover, and I hope you'll agree with me that it's a great time to be a member of this community.
Diablo 4?
All right, let's kick things off with Diablo 4. We first shared our game with you during Blizzcon of 2019, and we've been truly humbled by your response.
We've kept in touch through quarterly updates and sincerely appreciate the thoughts and valuable feedback you've provided as we unveil more and more of the game and share in its development.
After all, Diablo belongs to you as much as it belongs to us.
Any phone gamers? Let's go.
Most recently, we teased an update to our campfire screen. And savvy fans, of course, understood that we meant more than just the character lighting and fire visual effects. That's right. Today, we're happy to announce a brave new soul joining the barbarian, the sorcerer, and the druid on this dangerous journey back to Sanctuary.
Oh.
A class is one of the most exciting things you can announce in a Diablo game.
Oh, Paladin.
This one is especially exciting to me as it's a re-envisioning of one of the first classes to ever appear in the series. Let's have a look.
Necromancer. Ja, det är Necromancer.
Please your bits guys.
Predictions?
Predictions, just det. Så här.
There is justice within the light, but you have to be patient. Now, pray with me. May Akarat guide and protect me.
May Akarat guide and protect me.
May he shepherd my soul
May he shepherd my soul.
and grant it mercy.
And granted mercy.
What are you doing here? This is not the time.
But this is confession. And I have sinned. I was a thief who stole from those more fortunate. I strayed from your light and found my trade in the shadows. They call it murder.
Okay, dude.
Job well done.
Oh my god!
Ja, jag älskar det alltså.
Oh my god!
Är det här fucking Immortal Kombat? What the fuck dude?
Oh my god, jag älskar. De går all in med Diablo, jag älskar det.
A murderer, father. Will Akarat save me?
You mock our light. But those monsters were a scourge upon my flock. And you were the answer to their prayers.
Then we are settled. And you owe me.
Rogue.
The name you seek is... Thank the heavens.
Jag undrar actually vad loren är. Diablo lore är jättegod.
I assure you, Father, the heavens didn't send me.
Det är Rogue!
Ooh. Oh my god, det är actually... Jag älskar Rogue-klasser. Ja, det ser så good ut. Ja, det ser så good ut.
Okej guys, jag är sugen på att köra Diablo.
Holy fuck, det ser good ut. Jag vill köra Sorcerer, fast detta ser så good ut.
Jag kan gärna köra Rogue om inte någon gör det. Jag älskar att det på
Oh my god, fucking ice.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Okay, I lost.
Shut up and take my money! En till!
Men det kommer vi få till Paladin eller någonting.
Okej, dude. Okej, dude. Wicked.
Ja, detta liksom 24 days to Christmas.
Just the sound of that ear getting pierced by the hook is so brutal. I feel like it's gonna haunt me for a long time.
What?
I've been a huge fan of the Rogue ever since the original Diablo. Even seeing them come back as NPCs and mercenaries in Diablo 2's Rogue Encampment served as a great bridge between the games.
Ja, Diablo 2 har inte
The
Rogues
setting
som har
of Diablo
Amazon, men det är
4
så.
being a larger world than we've
Sätt inte
ever
special
played it
event.
before, we're excited to show you not just what the successors to the original Rogues in the series have been up to since the fall of their order, but also what some of the other Rogues in the world of Sanctuary might look
I don't know.
The mantra
det är lugnt.
for Diablo 4 has been customization first. And the Rogue takes this to a whole new level. From the beginning, the Rogue has been an incredibly flexible class, able to adapt to any
Jag älskar
situation. Our goal is to let you create the kind of Rogue that you want to play. Whether it's an unrivaled archer modeled after the original Sisterhood, or a cloak and dagger rogue from the darkest alleys of Chaldea. In Diablo 4, you will have the freedom to create the rogue that you imagine by customizing the looks, the background, and the playstyle of your character. Please stick around for our segment later today, where I'll be joined by other members of the Diablo 4 team to share a closer look at the rogue class, as well as some of the open world gameplay that we're bringing to the game. Spoilers, those severed ears are not just for show. But Diablo 4 is not the only Diablo game we're talking about today. If you're looking for an authentic Diablo experience,
phone gamers,
we've got you covered.
Don't you have phones?
Diablo Immortal has everything you'd expect from a triple-A action RPG.
Here we go.
Here we are.
From the visceral combat and epic loot to an all-new story,
mobile
bridging the gap between
oh my god, graphics never seen before.
What the fuck? Min Nokia...
What? You can join the Immortal team.
Kissa, detta är din första mobile phone ad. Mobile game ad. Du måste advertise så good.
Vänta, jag just Bounty guys. We're gonna do a Bounty stream today.
Bounty.
Och så man gör en Bounty stream så får man text from mom.
Stories of the early Diablo games you may have picked up on the absolute reverent tone we reserve for that golden era of Diablo. Maybe you share that love of the classics, and just hearing us talk about them makes you want to take on Mephisto or Baal one more time. Or maybe even for the first time. After all, some of our favorite moments happened a long time ago, and not just in Sanctuary years. If so, we have a special surprise for you today. Let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
20. Ja, men gud, får se bra.
En till remake.
2? Vänta, om detta är en fucking remaster. Säg inte att det... Oh my god.
Ska vi köpa? Ska vi köra?
Dude, oh my god. Alltså detta spelet är så good guys. Jag måste testa. Oh ja! Oh guys.
Hey, jag och Svensson är new generation!
Okej, oh my god, this is so good. Oh my god. Amazing.
Det skulle jag nog köra 2 så.
Oh my god, this is so good.
Ska vi köra remaken eller original?
Vi måste vänta så länge på det. Vi kan testa båda, vi kan testa det gamla och så.
Det är cross progression.
Oh my god, så jag kan chilla och spela Switch, let's go.
Ja, Diablo guys. Vi ska döda Diablo guys.
Let's go.
Döda Diablo with the boys.
Tim, jag vill...
Okay.
Tim, jag vill inte skippa lore. Jag vill inte skippa lore.
PC Tech i alla fall.
Vänta.
Man kan gå till det
After
hemsidan.
more than
PC Tech.
20 years, the Dark Wanderer has returned.
Actually good
Once
announcement.
again, he travels east. Always east.
East?
Diablo 2 is a landmark game for Blizzard. Diablo 2 Resurrected is a full HD remaster of both the original game and the expansion, Lord of Destruction.
Aha, the expansion.
It takes the 2D sprite-based classic that we love and brings it into the present in 3D, utilizing up-to-date graphical rendering and lighting technologies. It also includes modernizing all 27 minutes.
Ja, cinematicsen är de bästa. Alltså,
Recreated
Diablo
shot
2
for shot
cinematics är
with
typ
the
en av de bästa
explicit
någonsin.
intention of preserving both the look
Det är så good lord like så du vill inte skippa cutscenesen.
Blizzard has a long history of games.
Jag är down och spelar det så fort det kommer ut, guys.
And when we think about Diablo 2,
Ja, jag förstår, jag måste.
Jag har letat efter spel att köpa, men jag har inte funnit några.
It's funny to think that some of you weren't even born when D2 was released.
När?
Makes it all the more important that we deliver.
I was born.
We want everyone to relive their memories or experience
Köpt
the game
till
for the very
2000 var det.
on their platform of choice.
Ja, det var i
So we're
juni
excited
dock, så jag
to
föddes
bring
efteråt.
Diablo 2
Fuck man.
Resurrected
Let's go.
to PC and
No, look.
console, along with cross progression.
Det är
menar med
actually
Those of you
Alltså,
are
man
in
kan
love with
spela
the
på båda.
original.
Alltså typ,
Alltså, samma gubbe.
jag kan grinda på mitt Switch i sängen och sen på dagen så kan vi grinda on stream.
Exactly as you remember, and enjoy the game in its original
Damn, det är
2D
actually good.
form, much like we did.
Alltså guys, om inte ni har ett Switch än,
Obviously,
skaffa. Det är actually en av de bästa konsolerna jag ägt. För typ PS4 och Xbox är bara ett sämre PC. Medan Nintendo Switch är en konsol.
on the dedicated Diablo channel.
Det känns onödigt
If you are a Diablo 2 fan,
Jag är inte just
I
nu.
encourage you to take a look.
Kolla min chatt, Christian.
Okej, we fix.
From Diablo 2 Resurrected,
Men jag är inte online,
Burning
men
Crusade Classic,
jag unsubscribe.
Blizzard Arcade Collection.
Detta är
It's a whole
typ
lot
en av
of
bästa
looking
Blizzcon någonsin.
And while we have
Vilken bad.
teams
That's so good.
dedicated
Same
to
for you.
bringing these timeless experiences into your hands, it's actually a very small percentage of our developers working on these projects. Far more people are working on the future of Blizzard.
Say, Moon.
And in addition to what we'll be talking about during the show, we can't wait to tell you even more about our plans over the course of this year and beyond. If you had asked us 30 years ago what gaming would look like today, none of us could have predicted the current Blizzard
Overwatch! Padu! Okay, it's gone. Never mind.
One thing, but it's really what those advances have enabled that's even more incredible. If you think about the people who play games and the communities that have grown up around them.
Ja, okej. Lite weird kämpa på
No
den.
matter where they are in the world. The way people are increasingly able to express their identity and celebrate
McCree, furry.
through their favorite games, communities, and platforms. The explosion of things like streaming, cosplay, and esports. It would have been hard to imagine.
Ja, de snackar om det här i början. Det där bara liksom drar ut på timmarna.
Those
That
cozy,
is what
cozy
excites us
chassis
about the next 30 years.
True.
There is so much that we're working on. And some of it you already know.
Kolla på den här videon. Nope.
The rest, we look forward to talking to you about it when the time is right.
What?
What?
Just like the real world, the worlds of Warcraft, Diablo, Starcraft.
För det är live event, my mans.
Overwatch and Hearthstone are diverse.
Han måste inte ha en anime heller, heter det.
And
Måste in det som dig.
we are not only iterating on the experiences that you've come to expect from us. We're also exploring different ways to express our worlds and welcome more players from more places into them. And we aspire to continue to lead on priorities like accessibility and toxicity control.
Åh nej,
nej.
That have a positive impact.
Fuck, banned from Hearthstone. Fuck.
Those same feelings of joy and achievement that we all felt when we first defeated the Lich King. Or beat Diablo on hardcore mode. Because when we gig out on those experiences with others.
Vi kan försöka, men om du dör så förlorar du hela din gubbe med alla dina items.
Allting så pärl. Om någon av oss dör så är det fan deprimerande.
Ja, till om en av oss dör det är riktigt.
Men jag tycker vi lär oss spelet först, sen kan vi gå in deep dive.
Ja, det finns ju olika difficulties.
Om du tycker det så kan jag köra med vad de ska göra.
Lite variety in the schedule, let's go.
Who you are, or where you're from, they are spaces where you can create new stories, forge new friendships, and make memories worthy of lasting a lifetime. And through it all,
Oh my god, den statyn.
of being dedicated to creating the most epic entertainment experiences ever, along with our core values, led by gameplay first, will continue to guide our way. So on behalf of everyone at Blizzard,
This pep talk.
thank you for being on this journey. For me personally, it is the honor of my professional life to serve you, and the honor of all of us at Blizzard to be the caretakers of the worlds that you play in. We are so excited for what's to come this year, next year, and the next 30 years.
True, good shit.
Now, what's coming next for the show? Well, it depends on where you watch.
Va?
Overwatch?
What?
For those of you looking for an update on Overwatch,
Top left.
check out the behind-the-scenes look into the development of Overwatch 2.
Overwatch?
On their dedicated channel, right
Overwatch
after the
2,
conclusion
let's go.
of opening ceremonies. There, you'll hear about Overwatch 2, new content, new features, including new maps, hero missions, talent trees.
Talent trees?
Talent trees? What the
Will
fuck?
make Overwatch
Talent
2
trees.
a unique
Okay.
gameplay experience.
Vänta, jag fattar inte, ska vi klicka någonting nu?
Diablo and Hearthstone,
Men vi ska kolla på
you'll
båda.
get a closer look on their respective channels. And on the dedicated strategy channel, some StarCraft legends will be going head-to-head in epic competition. Once again, welcome to BlizzCon Line. Be good to one another. Welcome home.
Var ska vi titta någonstans?
Before we kick things off, here's a little something from a previous BlizzCon.
Deras dedicated YouTubes.
Good animation, claps.
Okej, gud. Den var good, men den behövde inte vara så lång.
Va, okej.
Okej. Okej, vad är... Åh! Är det en riktig mask?
Ja.
Reklam.
Trailer? Ja. Behind the scenes of Overwatch 2.
Jag vill inte se behind this. Jag vill veta när det
Men
släpps.
guys, men guys, Carl, jag har sketchen här.
Welcome everybody to
Blizzcon.
We know that you all want to hear more about Overwatch 2. Allow us to invite you behind the scenes to explain more of what we're doing and why.
Everybody, please hit record. Fingers crossed. We lost Scott.
It's off to a good start.
This is going great.
We've been assembling one of the best teams that I have ever worked with.
I'm nervous.
And I'm so proud of the progress that we have made together.
What the fuck? This is a constant dude.
The stylized drop down.
Imagine that it's coming forward, boom, boom. This starts to spin.
The scale and the scope of this game have meant that we've needed to grow substantially.
We have to.
Shoutout till alla som jobbar i Zoom-calls hemma ändå.
Oh, Shadowplay. There have definitely been challenges, but the team is really putting everything we've got behind this game.
To me, it's the next big.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
New heroes.
New heroes.
Major story beats.
With competitive and PvE,
What the
I
fuck?
see Overwatch 2 as the Overwatch for all of my friends.
You know, we're always inspired by what story and franchise development does with their animated shorts. We really wanted to bring that cinematic experience.
What the fuck? This is
You can invest
Oh,
in
what
your
the
heroes
fuck?
and grow them over time. I'm super geeked out about Overwatch 2.
I can't wait for people to play this game.
Oh, musiken! Oh!
There are some things that
Oh
we
my
just
god!
can't do
Är det
without a
2017 igen? Oh my god!
So thank you so much for your patience so far, and I hope you enjoy this behind-the-scenes look at Overwatch 2.
Let's go.
New maps, Okay, they actually
All
new
the
stuff.
players at home, they want to see one of the new maps that we've never talked about before.
New map.
Really, I can just talk about anything that I want to.
Yes.
You're serving this up to the guy that is like unintentionally leaked information in past interviews.
You can do it officially now.
Okay, so one of the maps that I'm most excited for in Overwatch 2 is our Rome map.
Rome?
What
the fuck?
Overwatch should feel like this globe-trotting adventure
The
for our
graphics.
players. So we're having a lot of fun
4
coming up with
times
the
detail.
Overwatch version of Rome.
We wanted a very romantic, sort of this powerful feeling of old world architecture. One of the most exciting things for me is the early building of these maps, where we get to sit down together with key people from the environment team, level designers.
Så är det säkert Paris
We'll spend
2.
some time talking about moments in the game that we really want to see, like the Colosseum or a grand view of the hills of Rome in the backdrop. And then we'll go back and do a paint over, or we'll do a concept painting of certain things based on that.
We try to draw inspiration from as many different sources as possible. For example, one of our environment artists had just taken a trip to Rome.
Well, let's
and
go.
He returned with thousands of pictures and was so excited to work on a map set in Italy.
There's a lot of ancient architecture in Rome that represents the empire that it used to be. So we brought some of that back. Some of the things that are destroyed in real life, we kind of rebuilt in a kind
Bigger
of Overwatch
maps.
style.
It's one of the most beautiful pieces of environment art that I think
Hur
we've
mycket av
made
det här stället
for the
kommer man kunna
entire
spela
game,
på?
and it just absolutely took my breath away.
Fan, snyggt det där. Det såg ascoolt ut.
Can we reveal more maps?
Yes, Scott. Scott, why don't you have the honor? Why don't you reveal, like, is there an artified, like, let's pick an artified one.
I know what map I want to talk about.
2%
It's the
av
one that
den,
I just
true.
get super excited about. New York City.
New York?
City
What the
is
fuck?
Just
Super
an
Mario
amazing Overwatch location.
What the fuck?
To make it as authentic as possible while still
Oh my
putting
god,
this
Widowmaker
Overwatch
kommer
spin
så
on it.
vara
There's a lot of
metan på
amazing
den.
buildings and architecture pieces that just, especially for artists, stands out a lot.
What
and
the
they usually
fuck?
use
Jag
this
kommer
kind
få
of
inspo till
Art Deco
Minecraft.
style from the 1920s, 1950s.
We started in an area that's a little bit like the village. There's some smaller shops there. There's a
Det där ser
fire
så
station,
good ut.
little pizza places and things that people that are familiar with New York City will either recognize or maybe see the reference that we're trying to make with some of our different locations. It feels like something you haven't seen in other games before because it's uniquely Overwatch.
True, Overwatch har en unik...
Otherwise, we just have to reveal more maps. We were talking about PvP, and you know, one thing that I think is really interesting about PvP in Overwatch 2 is some of the philosophical changes we're making to the approach.
PvP feels
Mods, sätt mig i gästchatten.
upgrading our combat feel. The roles are playing differently. When it comes to all new maps, it's a pretty big departure from where we are on live right now. So I can't wait to see where we end up with it by the time we launch this thing.
We're also experimenting with the idea we call role passives, which are passive abilities that a hero can have based on what role they are. For example, currently in our internal builds, the tank heroes all have knockback reduction against them, and they also generate less ultimate charge for enemies that are shooting at them. Damage dealing heroes have a movement speed bonus, which is great for flanking around the map. And healing heroes, support heroes have automatic healing that kicks in after they haven't taken damage for a while, very similar to Mercy's passive, but a little bit of a lower rate.
One of the more shocking changes that we've been exploring in Overwatch 2 PvP is a change to the tank role entirely. That's applied to all of the tanks. We want to try to make them more toe-to-toe brawlers and less characters that just stand back and protect other people.
So, for example, for Reinhardt, we've given him 2 charges of Fire Strike, so we can throw Fire Strikes a lot more aggressively.
Oh my god!
This charge, he's able to cancel it now, and you can steer it more aggressively, so you can, you know, not quite turn a corner, but you can definitely more accurately pin targets. Cancel it. It allows you to use it much more aggressively and, you know, really go after those key targets without feeling like you're going to sacrifice, you know, all of your positioning.
Oh my god!
Terrifying now with this.
Oh my god, jag kommer bli Reinhardt main igen. Oh my god, guys.
The changes to Reinhardt that we're trying, and they might not ship, that's just the reality, but the changes that we're trying right now.
Oh my god, jag älskar Reinhardt. Guys, ni får inte ta Reinhardt från mig.
That players have when they want to play a big early character that looks aggressive and feels like it should be aggressive.
Oh my god, jag är Reinhardt igen. Holy fuck. Jag hoppar från boll.
Blizzcon, we spun up this group, our combat field group, to really just work on what happens when a player holds the trigger.
We're putting a ton of effort into looking at all of our characters and trying to give them even a more visceral weapon feel.
From sound to VFX to animation to the design of these units, all new sounds for a lot of our weapons in the game.
Oh, nice.
And a whole new sound system that's driving it. And we didn't just level up a unit, we leveled up the rest of the game.
Oh, jag älskar den. Oh my god, the nya hero! Det är så
we spent quite a bit of time working on gunfire sounds and just general combat feel to make it feel really awesome. We're revisiting pretty much everything. Nothing's off the table, so we're looking at even kind of small things such as quick melee attacks that every hero has. So they have kind of new audio pass and a new kind of feel and visual effect when you hit things.
One of the bigger efforts we're undertaking for Overwatch 2 is what we're calling our Weapon 2.0 sound pass. What this is a big overhaul to the weapon systems in the game. That means the way the gun feels in your hands. You could feel the ammo running out as you're getting lower on the clip. We've really tried to amplify those sounds to better encapsulate the gameplay and the gunplay that comes with Overwatch 2.
What the fuck?
Another key for the weapons was getting them to feel like they're in the environment. This meant working with convolution reverb. It's a new system that we've implemented into Overwatch. It's a way that we can capture the acoustics of an environment and transport it onto the sounds that we're using. So we went and captured tales of guns in different environments through our weapon shoots.
The Bastion! Fucking Bastion! Och Widowmaker. Och det är Zomba.
We've cut them and applied it so that we can support a lot more environments. Now we're supporting outdoor, urban outdoor, warehouse tales.
Oh, what the fuck?
Tunnels, small rooms, And it gives a lot more presence to the weapons and the way that they react in the world.
The shooter genre has evolved a lot since Overwatch 1 came out. On top of that,
Overwatch
I think we really
1
pushed the visceral nature of how we do combat. So we focused a lot, not just on the wonderful sound effects, but also with how the gun moves as you shoot. You know, so you can really feel every single shot leaving the chamber. And there's a lot of subtle little tweaks we have to do on the gameplay engineering side to make that feel really visceral.
Det låter som kod nu.
Making sure that the camera shakes
Nya.
Making sure that if you get shot, you know exactly
Vad hade de för ult?
indicators show up on the outside of your reticle. All these things play into making the game feel not just tight and responsive, but also modern and up to date. Take 76, for example. What we wanted to do in Overwatch 2 with his weapon was make it really feel incredibly powerful.
What the
and that happens
fuck?
with a bunch of different elements that mix together. But it really feels like the gun is almost just outside of your control. A lot of that comes down to this camera shake technology, where every time you fire the weapon, you want to feel like it's running through your entire body. And the camera shake gives that extra bite to every single shot out of the chamber. It makes him feel really great.
You guys got a sneak peek of Sojourn from last Blizzcon. She's been under development for quite a while, and she's actually quickly become a lot of people's favorites in the house. When we look back at Overwatch when it was originally created, there was a lot of heroes that were made from a gameplay standpoint kind of surrounding a weapon type. For example, Pharah was based on a rocket launcher hero. Widowmaker is clearly like kind of the sniper. We thought there was a weapon that was kind of that would be a lot of fun to play with, and that's a railgun. It's so much fun in the playtest to have this really powerful shot that can, you know, rip through enemies if you really are accurate.
Hon har en shotgun och
assault. If you got that aim skill, you'll love her.
We're still exploring new game modes, and we're also reevaluating older game modes that people are more critical of. You know, we're of the mindset maybe 2CP doesn't exist in Overwatch 2, and maybe there's a new cool game mode that replaces it. We really want Overwatch 2 to feel like the next evolution, a true sequel to the first game, not an add-on. It's not a small part. It's not an extension of the original game. This is an evolution and a replacement to the original game, and I think it's
replacement, Sage. Hero missions,
Hero missions are probably one of the things that's the hardest to wrap your head around if you've never played one of them.
The goal around hero missions is for these to be this co-op PvE experience.
I personally only play competitive mode. Like, I'm all about that competition. And I have friends that they don't want to do that at all. So I'm really looking forward to a game that I can play hours and hours with my friends who aren't in competitive, and it's also something that I'm interested in.
Hero missions are the content that people are playing as they are leveling up their heroes, and so
man ska level upp sin hero.
To really sing, you need a lot of missions. We don't want players to feel like they're just in this grind to get to the top.
And there's a lot of really, really good back-end technology that we're exploring so that the heroes are bringing their personality and some light story to these hero missions as well.
The goal is to make as many as possible, hundreds of hero missions. We've explored a lot of different ways of getting to that much content.
Men hallå, de har bara typ 12, alltså typ 5 maps.
That people will be fighting against.
Det kommer bli stale ändå.
Hero mission types. At the same time, hero missions can take place in all of the multiplayer maps that we've done. And we're also adding new spaces onto some of these maps.
It's a huge challenge for the art team. We take maps that a lot of people love and recognize, and we have to add a lot more art and level design
copy paste. Nice, my man.
Playtest, we came up to an area in Kings Row that usually has a gate on it. Suddenly that gate opened, and I saw a new area of Kings Row that I had never seen before.
You may be playing a payload game type, and the payload may decide to take this new route instead of going
det är good! Actually good! Så det är random när man kör, det är good.
Lan, our lead tech artist,
On the environment side, very early on our own
Oh fuck, jag måste
we made
uppgradera
a
mitt
prototype
grafikkort. Fuck.
of a sandstorm on the Temple of Anubis map.
And at the time, we didn't know what we wanted to do with that, but it looked awesome.
We looked at it and went, oh my god, we absolutely have to do this.
So we put some new technology in place that allows us to do this dynamically. You start the mission off, clear day, midway through the mission,
oh what the fuck?
Sandstorm or
Midway
would show up.
It made the world just feel so much more alive.
True.
There's a sunset, daytime, nighttime.
Oh,
But
nice.
depending on where you are in the world, these look different. California or Hollywood would have what we call a California sun.
California sun?
There's a great African sun that happens there. You start to get a sense of space and mood. This is what really brings the levels to life.
For me, the dynamic world's exciting. Just seeing these dramatic landscapes, the wind and the atmosphere blowing by. It's a much more cinematic experience for the player.
Before you start a mission, you look at a map. It's nighttime in Necropolis, or there's a sandstorm in Necropolis. Players can make some comp choices based on knowing this information. Characters like Hanzo or Widowmaker start to be a little more valuable because they have abilities that allow them to see through the sand more clearly.
Oh!
Are we going to talk about any of the types of objectives in hero missions?
Yeah,
Jag är på att
let's
spela
talk
Overwatch 2
about the
tillsammans.
objectives. Players are being asked to do different things from one hero mission to the next so that they all feel really fresh to the player.
For example, we have Gather and Return, where you're trying to go and grab these different canisters to kind of safeguard them so they don't go off and affect the population in a negative way. It creates this really cool tension in the world where, on the one hand, you're trying to split up and go grab all these canisters to be as efficient as possible, but at the same time, now you're having these sort of special enemy units spawn that are really difficult, and if you kind of get caught by yourself, it turns into a pretty bad situation really quickly, and it feels extremely cooperative and like a very different way to interact with the Overwatch universe.
We're experimenting with all sorts of ideas, and just internally we have names like Wall of Death, Scavenger Hunt, and Kill Quest, and all these new mechanics and enemies for people to experience.
Det här gillar jag.
Players will be able to
Jag
jump
kanske
in
blir en Overwatch
night
2
after
streamer.
night, play different hero missions, and then work through the progression system, leveling up their heroes.
Okej, jag måste sänka guys. Holy fuck.
At Blizzcon in 2019, we started to talk about progression, and we showed the very early version of our talent system, which I think was really cool.
Så man måste uppgradera. Jag fattar inte hur det ska fungera i competitive.
We've really blown that system out.
I'm real excited about talents. You can play the same hero in so many different ways. Now with the skill tree, you can have fun every night doing different things and kind of experimenting.
Yeah, the talent system is like really deep and rich, and every single hero has different trees. You might
Men kommer nya Ryan vara i competitive? Jag fattar inte. Han har skägg nu, what the fuck?
We've had some pretty hilarious versions of the healing one where his biotic field travels with him.
Oh, what the fuck?
It also repulses enemies. We called it the snowplow build, where 76 is like running through spaces, pushing enemies away from them.
Designing these is super fun because it's like we get to break all the rules that we
Det handlar utan masken.
Oh my. We get to really take the gloves off and do crazy things. Like Junkrat can dual wield grenade launchers, and we've had Mercy be able to area effect res their whole team at once at super long range.
Det är jättegammalt, ju.
Fun, kind of like mad scientists making all this stuff.
You're all used to using these kind of kinetic weapons like Soldier 76's rifle or fire attack like what Reinhardt's Flame Strike does. As soon as you start to mutate these things with talents, all of a sudden maybe you're doing freeze damage or electrical damage. It gives the animators a bunch of crazy opportunities. You know, the animations are going to change to show them freezing and shattering. And if you shock someone with a lightning attack, they can shake in place and stun, maybe chain to other enemies. All sorts of stuff to make you feel like you're controlling the battlefield in novel ways.
As a huge RPG nerd myself, the first time I opened up the talent tree systems, it was like, oh my gosh, this is speaking my love language. Like, I just want to plan, and I want to see, like, where do I want to invest, and how am I going to play this character?
Yes, it's so great. And you start at the bottom of the tree. Like,
yes,
oh my,
exactly.
Like, Tracer gets to do what?
Yeah.
And then you start working and kind of planning how you're going to get down there. It's like, it's so fun.
Okay, ge mig en release date, guys.
When we look back at BlizzCon 2019 and we talk about some of the criticisms that we had, One of them, as a development team, that we felt was that the combat was just not engaging enough. So the fact that our combat wasn't highly engaging to us as players meant that we had a problem with the enemy units and that they just weren't feeling interesting enough.
Just because we show something to the public, it doesn't mean that that is what it's going to be. If we make discoveries where things aren't working how we want, they're not reading how we want, they're not fun enough, we're totally down to reinvestigate, reiterate,
det är därför ni gör ett Overwatch 2, by the way.
Kind of all aspects of things until they feel
Yes,
good.
same.
I would say a major focus of all of 2020 was to make the null sector enemy units more engaging. And some of this was adding new units and evolving other units that we had.
Interesting combat for us is varied combat for us. So sometimes we're going to ask you to protect something.
Overwatch 2 ser actually good ut.
Sometimes we're just going to ask you
Tittar du på den
to
andra?
get someplace. Sometimes we might ask you to escort something across a map while it's being attacked. And so it's a different type of spawning, and it's a different type of units that are in there, and it's a simpler objective.
There's a lot of units Aaron is talking about. Lots of different units, lots of different types.
Alltså Overwatch 2 ser actually good ut. Jättemycket. Alltså typ story missions ser good ut. Ljudet och alltså jättemånga nya maps. Och du vet payload maps. Payloaden kan randomly åka åt ett annat håll, så är det en ny del av mappen som man aldrig har sett. Det är good. De pratar om PvE nu och hur de kommer fungera.
And the bomb opens up like a flower, starts spinning and charging.
Jag var så sugen på det. Men Overwatch 2.
Sound,
ja, Overwatch 2 ser actually good ut.
Time before it's gonna explode and you have to take it out.
Jag tror Overwatch 2 actually, de tar allting som är bra från ettan och gör det bättre. Det är actually så en 2 ska vara.
We call them the chickens, little chickens. We have a guy we're experimenting with right now.
Jag kommer köpa 2:an, honestly. Det är good. Jag hoppas att dina stats går över från 1:an till 2:an.
There's things like the polar. You could be moving through these darker alleys, and as soon as you hear that polar spawn,
vi ses imorgon, mamans.
really spooky and kind of scary.
Vi ses mamans, vi ses imorgon.
Character that's blindfolded.
Ja, det är bra.
3 orbs that circle around her as her eyes, and we basically spun those orbs around her head as a big tell. Launched them at the player, and then it activates this tractor beam, and it's bringing you in, and then you get this awesome like anticipation of the hair opening up, so you know what's about to happen.
My God. Oh, what the fuck?
Recently been experimenting with is this idea.
Okay, vi måste köra story mode tillsammans. Jag är så down, grinda.
Feel like they're just, oh, this guy's got double health and double damage. We want to make sure the units feel like they have different behaviors and have different attacks. So, for example, an Omnic run, normally he fires his gun, he dies pretty simply. If you fight elite grunts, his weapon fires in a burst fire pattern. It's very deadly if you're close, and if you manage to take them out, they don't just die right away. They instead can crawl on the ground towards you, and you try to back away because if they get to you, they can explode.
Artillery at Blizzcon. We're all just staring at this, and we're like, what are we going to do to level this up?
One of the things we really felt wasn't coming through was the damage states. We intend for players to shoot these guns off, but currently it's not reading as something that can happen in the game easily.
We changed the design, we changed the animation, and we go back and forth and just continually iterate.
We decided, hey, you know what? We're gonna just delete half of these damage states, so now it's super readable.
From an animation standpoint, we decided on spinning barrel version.
Hello?
Just did this really nice kickback. The tip of the barrel opens up when it's about to fire.
Oh my God. What the fuck?
It's really amazing to be fighting an artillery unit, and you can see the guns on the side, and as you're shooting the guns, they're actually visibly taking damage, and then you can blow them off, and it reacts and kind of stumbles to the side, and really makes you feel like you're there, and it's super fun.
In a lot of the stuff we've showed so far, you're fighting null sector. These are evil killing machines intent on marching you down. The way you're going to stop them is by shooting them, and we want to make sure that feels responsive and visceral. Really making sure that when they take a hit, it feels like their whole body has been punched, almost like hit by a truck. That's what really sells this fantasy. That you're
satisfying. Satisfying.
One of the cool pieces of technology that we created was what we call chain hit reactions. Oftentimes, you'll find null sector bunched up, marching maybe a half a dozen units abreast. You expect if you shoot one, they're going to knock into their buddies. So we made that happen. Turns out it's really fun too.
Wow. New hero. Let's go. Let's go. Ja. Jag taggar på så här Hammond. De har inte visat Hammond någonting. Jag vet att Ryan är typ nya tomten, men alltså Hammond.
We have a lot more new looks.
Inte hans snabbare än alla andra. Fuck.
Maybe we'll share some of those new looks today, which would be cool.
We're gonna reveal McCree's new look for Overwatch 2 as well as Pharah, and we're really excited to show off some of our first villains with Reaper and Widowmaker. But first, I wanted to talk a little bit about technical wear, kind of like technical clothing. What that really is using very techy fabrics, as well as having very intricate but functional straps designed in a way that it's very aesthetically pleasing. With McCree, we took a couple of different approaches. He's got this classic cowboy look that it's really hard to mess with, because if you try to make him too sophisticated or too techy, it might not feel right for the character. But as a concept artist, you always want to change things around and try different shapes and silhouettes. So we did identify as red serape as the main thing for McCree. We also tried a couple different things with McCree's cowboy hat. We didn't really want to mess with that too much because that's a very iconic part of him. So that's another piece that we kept. We tried some retro cowboy looks that mixed in some tech here and there. Some that were a little bit more techy than others, some that were a little bit more classic cowboy. We gave him a little bit of a longer beard.
Okay, Evan, sluta snacka om det i chatten.
What's different about Pharah than some of our other heroes is Pharah's completely covered in armor. We didn't want to change her silhouette too much. It was more about experimenting on different colors.
Jag ser ingen skillnad.
So it felt really appropriate for her to be the one to harken back to those Overwatch colors of white and blue. One of the things that we wanted to update on Pharah was her visor. Instead of being completely opaque and reflective, we tried a little bit more of a transparent approach, and being able to see through it a little bit now allows us to see some more of her emotions. Reaper was actually the ones I was very excited to work on, because I could see a lot of potential in how we can integrate his clothes and his cowl and his armor, and how we can make all those shapes really sing within that classic, Reaper silhouette. We tried a couple takes with the first pass, like completely silver arms, more layers to his jacket. Reaper's mask is obviously pretty sacred to us, but the thing you'll notice immediately is that it's now completely silver. Instead of the bone white, he's got this almost like deadly edgy silver that just gives him that classic Reaper look. With Widowmaker, we started with the idea stage, exploring a breadth of ideas.
Shit!
Hunter. One of them made her feel like a classic Bond villain, so we kind of steered it back towards one of the more cyberpunk-looking ones, almost like a futuristic femme fatale, which is basically what Widowmaker is.
Oh my god!
Upgraded. So I'm super glad that we went down this route. We played with different hairstyles too. Widowmaker has the really long ponytail that's really part of her look. And we really liked the hairstyle.
Oh my god!
Really interesting look that also preserves Widowmaker's original silhouette with that long ponytail.
We've been working a lot with our domino engine and making our cloth look better. Now that we have this cloth tech, we're going to be able to make some really cool, unique silhouettes that will help them stand out from other heroes.
No more bugs.
We put a lot of time and effort into our face rig, and what I mean by that is we're going to be able to get really close to these characters, and it's going to feel really cool. It is absolutely worth the time and the effort to invest in the technology, and that way we can make these characters do more things that we haven't really been able to do before.
It's been super exciting working on the new looks for Overwatch 2, and it's just been so inspiring to watch the team try things that we've never tried
Hammond!
before. I just can't wait to show off more.
Fuck! Snälla ge en beard. Oh!
Overwatch 2 is probably the largest opportunity we've had since the inception of the franchise to really expand what Overwatch even means to our players. In 0 Hour, we saw that some of the heroes got back together, but we're also seeing that there seems to be a second huge Omnic uprising. We're gonna learn who's behind that uprising, why that's happening, how globally spread is it.
The story and franchise development group, they were really the torchbearers of what the big story is that we were going to tell.
What the fuck?
Game.
We have a lot of interaction with them. They're working on in-game cinematic intros and outros for every one of our story missions.
Oh my god, hans tempel! Oh my god.
And develop. The story is just a little more integrated into our missions than it ever really has been before. All the available heroes get dialogue for a given mission. We have NPCs. We have multiple hero choices.
We have all sorts of events that are happening that are driving players to interact with each other or parts of the environment or other characters.
The world of Overwatch is this bright, shiny future.
True, Timbo.
So how do you take that bright, shiny future and create conflict in it? How dark can the world of Overwatch go?
The different challenges that these characters are going to have to overcome in Overwatch 2 are things that they haven't ever dealt with before or dealt with on this scale. So what we had to do was literally strip it down to those bare bones of where are these characters in their lives. Overwatch has been disbanded, and now there's a situation where the world's in trouble again, and the world needs the heroes again, but they're not allowed to be doing what they were supposed to be doing.
We started to book these off-site locations so we could brainstorm over and over different versions of what the Overwatch 2 story campaign could be.
And we basically had these whiteboards that we were carting around everywhere.
The room was filled with whiteboards, and we would just write every day story beats with the characters and who was doing what and where, and oh my gosh, we forgot this character.
We had these
De glömde Hammond! Oh.
And each one of them would be a mission with a bunch of notes on it. You know, somebody say, well, what if we moved Rio to the end? And they'd physically grab it off the wall and stick it on the end.
And we did this for a while, you know, until we all felt that it was pretty close to what we wanted.
Then we could send it to our writers' rooms. The writers' rooms then had a much clearer direction of where we wanted this process to go.
Ultimately, we come up with something that we think is right for the game, and then we pitch it back to the game team, and they point out everything that we missed.
And that allows us to actually back up and go and make it right and make it better.
Because the scale of this story is so huge, it takes place over the whole world, basically. It just requires a constant iteration, constant refinement to make the story as best as we can make it.
From writing, we go to storyboards. The storyboards get crafted with the edit. From there, it'll go to a previs department where they'll start to flesh it out in 3D. Once we've kind of figured out our camera work and our cinematography, that'll then go to the animation department. And then we end up going right into the game engine.
One of our challenges was to figure out how to integrate this story and this narrative with the gameplay.
So if the intro cinematic ends with this huge battle.
Alltså, Bastion är en good character, men han är AIDS i competitive.
Feel the exact same way and blend together.
You really are also
det ser så good ut!
To be equally as consistent from in-game cinematics straight through to the mission. Adam Burgess, our lead composer, has been working with the IGC team, with the game team, developing themes for all of the heroes, all of the locations.
As the cinematic director, whatever we're crafting should never override the gameplay. We want to make sure that the player's experience going from the cinematic to the gameplay is seamless and it feels like a completely immersive experience.
The engineers, we have to find a way to actually make that come to fruition. The choreo tool is a tool that allows people to coordinate different events to happen at the same time. Like in Rio, if you played our demo, one of the buildings explodes. And so that kind of event needs to happen as you're running by, and you need to have it timed, because if it blows up too early, then you don't see it. It allows story moments in missions that interact with the environment, that interact with our characters.
The new tech, the new abilities that we have now are allowing us to push our storytelling farther than we could have previously.
What's also really powerful about choreo is that, you know, if somebody has an idea, they can mock things up really quickly.
We got to show the Widowmaker making this awesome introduction. And Casey was able to quickly put a really rough prototype in choreo. And Philip would come in and on the fly, he's making quick changes. They play tested something that would normally take weeks.
Oh, what the fuck?
In like a matter of days.
Each story mission has its own custom map built for it, and these maps are absolutely gigantic.
India is one of our biggest maps. It's a fun map because it has a few
musiken! Oh my god! Min nya favorite map! Fuck! Oh my god!
We've written a history for each city so that the cities feel lived in. And I think that informs the artists so that they know like what it is that the city has been through.
Gothenburg was our chance to show Torbjorn's workshop. We created a space that kind of fits his height. So there's step ladders and scalable tables.
Ja just det, det är Sverige! Det är Sverige map! What the fuck?
Molten steel is pouring out of walls. It's pretty epic when you walk into it. Toronto was under siege by Null Sector when the players arrive here. There's a dynamic snowstorm. So as you make your way through the level, the snow is slowly building up. Suddenly by the end, the characters are caught in this gigantic snowstorm and they must fight their way through.
In Overwatch 2, we want to give you choice to be able to play this character or that character. So we're designing a lot of systems around how the relationships develop over the course of
snön är good.
Campaign.
Inte IRL, men in-game med RTX.
We have a cast of many characters, all on screen, all at the same time. And it's fantastic to actually see them all interact and working together in ways that we've never actually seen. We've always thought about it and hoped for it, but now it's actually happening.
De har jobbat på det spelet så fucking länge.
Dialogue system. If you happen to have Genji and Mercy in the second mission of the game, you might get different dialogue that's about their relationship.
Our voice actors
de är lite flirty-flirt.
Everybody has fallen in love with, from inside Blizzard to the fans. It's just to hear this collection of actors all together, all interacting, has been a real treat.
Down!
I wish people could see how many people are involved when it comes to something like telling the story of Overwatch. It doesn't just come from a singular person. It comes from a group, and it's a really talented, fun group that all works together.
We've been developing what we hope is one of the best stories ever. There's some key story moments that I'm really excited about. And I really can't wait to see how people react to it.
Vad sa du?
We've been talking about the game, about this universe. I know you all love it so much.
Right now, we can sit down and have a night of Overwatch 2 and have it be a really fun experience. And I think we need some more time till we can say it's perfectly polished in the way that we want it.
We've made such incredible strides since we first announced it and showed it to the community at Blizzcon in 2019.
The thing that I'm most excited about is that moment when we hand the game over to the players.
We want to create something that really moves people, really touches people.
That's why we do it. We create the game because we want it to become part of your life and for you to experience it.
For Overwatch 2, we're upping the bar.
It's kind of 5 games in one. It's a huge
5 games?
The new tech and the new aesthetics for the new looks bring you closer to the characters that you love. And we're just
inte 700 kronor, snälla.
The gameplay experience is much richer.
We are making cinematics that push the boundary of what we can do to tell stories.
We want this dynamic world. We want things to feel alive.
I'm really looking forward to being able to expand the world of Overwatch for our players.
We're really trying to tell this epic story.
In order to make a game great, it takes time, energy, collaboration.
We have just an incredibly professional team of designers and artists and engineers.
We just love bringing this world to you guys. So many cool characters. It's just a blast working on it.
Our goal is for Overwatch 2 to be the worthy successor to the first game. To be the next evolution and to be a true sequel.
Oh my god!
We're gonna cross the finish line, and I know it's gonna be awesome.
I hope people just end up loving playing it over and over.
That's what we want.
I'm
playing. Fuck. Let's go.
Cyberpunk 26.
Kom igen. Nej.
Jag visste inte. De säger inte någonting.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, de teasar oss. De literally teasar oss.
Wow.
Vänta, vad är det? Vad va?
Kör vi skins? Skins?
Ja, men det är någon sån blandning mellan något annat spel och... Det är bara ads.
Ads?
Ja, det är ad för spel, men alltså man kan köpa det ny till...
Dolby is a proud partner of Blizzcon Online. Watch Shock versus the World in Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos, only in the Dolby Access app. Coca-Cola, the official refreshment of Blizzcon Line.
Okej, dude. Vänta va?
Är det mer?
Det är fortfarande det nuvarande.
Greetings! Year of the Ox.
Oh, break it down.
Alltså Overwatch 1 är en sån downgrade nu, fuck. Oh, what?
Let me show you how it's done. Turning up the heat.
What?
I'm ready. Give me your best shot.
I have, and I have.
What?
Visar det gamla saker?
Det är till det här spel, det är till nuvarande. Det är nuvarande. Jag försökte spela det var pissvårt.
I still don't got it, fuck.
Fuck, never lucky.
No, vad händer nu?
Jag tror inte de kommer att annonsera det.
Men kommer det vara Overwatch imorgon också?
Jag vet inte, kan de kolla?
Är det slut nu? I stor nog, det är fan slut nu, eller?
Arcade,
Mer reklam. Det är bara samma sak igen.
Vänta va? Vänta va? The Voices of... Okej.
Okej, jag orkar inte. Ja men 45 minuter från det.